Hey Cancers, welcome back to Deku Tarot. Welcome to your March 2020 reading. We're using the Morgan Greer. We already have 3 cards out for your general focus and how you're feeling this month. And before we get into this, let's have a little bit of an announcement. I have some big announcements here. If you guys did not know, I'm getting surgery in the beginning of March, so I will not be doing any private readings or taking on any private readings for that first half of March. You can email me if you want to book one or preemptively book one for when I open back up for bookings. And if you do want, if you're feeling good, some good karma, you're feeling like you want to give me a donation, my PayPal is still below for the time being, so you can check that out as well. And if you guys haven't, do make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll be, updating stuff there and communicating mostly through that while I'm recovering, okay? And again, thank you so much for all of your support, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to comment. I love seeing your comments. I like seeing where everybody's from, so put that below. Let's get into this here. Cancer. It's good. It's good. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's good. I think a lot of you guys have had some major revelations about love and about feelings, about equality in relationships, on what is really a fair exchange, what is really a fair relationship, what's really balanced, what's really equal. We're making some big decisions there. And I do think that if we have been lacking in the gumption in terms of, I want something, I'm going to go for it, instead of, lying around and saying, I'm going to wait for it to come and get me. I'm going to throw myself at this because it'll make my life easier. This person will better my life. We have switched a lot from unhealthy relationships and needing codependency as a crux for us. And I think that we have really overcome some difficult times that have showed us, hey, maybe you guys are being too codependent. Maybe you're too dependent on your relationships. And I don't just mean love. I mean friendships, or you rely or are trying to rely on somebody else to bring something into your life that you're lacking. Whether that be love, whether that be satisfaction in yourself, whether it be confidence and love for yourself, or love for some other aspect of your life. Love can't fit the bill if you, just lay down and wait for it. It's not going to bring in relationships that are healthy for you. You have to earn them. It has to be earned. It has to be worked for. It has to have your blood, sweat, and tears put into it. So don't give up now. I know we're not really seeing any of those cards, but I get the sense of where this has been and where you're coming now. I mean, we have the Two of Cups surrounded by these 2 aces. I mean, how beautiful does that look, right? Get the Ace of Swords, the Two of Cups, and then the Ace of Cups. That's love, baby. And that's really, really nice. And I know you guys can't see it the way I can, but the way that I see it is that they're both looking, and I'll just hold it the way I see it, just so that we can see it that way. They're both these aces are coming to these people. So whatever this is, you're looking for something that offers you just what you're putting in, or at least something equally as important in a relationship. You might be even stating, this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for from now on. This is how I'm going to communicate, and it's going to be equal and nothing less. And that's just the way it's going to be. So let's continue to see more about this, okay? I like the Ace of Cups. I like the Ace of Swords. I like the Two of Cups. They're all really good. See what March is bringing you here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Actually, I want to say this. The answers to what you're asking, the solutions to your troubles, your problems, come in ways that you are not expecting, and when you least expect it. And I guess we shouldn't be surprised, because Mercury, it's retrograde until the 10th, but then it's still in its shadow period, and things tend to be a certain weird kind of way for a while, right? And you need to have the confidence to know that you have choices here, and that you can really fight for what you want and earn it. Or you can lie down and hope that somebody comes and saves you. There's a lot of damsel in distress going on, I've noticed in March. It came up very strongly in Pisces. It even came up a little bit in Aries, and I don't remember if it was in Taurus, but I think it was as well. There is this sense of, I've been through so much in this. I just want to lie down, and I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to pay attention to the fact I have to make a decision. I don't want to feel like I'm in a constantly losing battle. I don't want to feel that way. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to fight. I want to choose to win and then nothing else. But you can't do that. You can't just run up, you can't cheat the victory. It's kind of like saying if you're about to do a relay race and then instead of giving that baton to anybody else, you decided to just cut your way through the course once you got to that next person. Say, actually, I'm just going to cut through this way. It'll be much faster. I'm going to win by like 10 minutes now, and it'll be fine. That's not how it works. That's not going to get you a win. Most people are going to be like, what are you doing? I don't like that. What the hell are you... Why would you do that way? Like, why would you do that? Why would you cheat? It's not going to help you win. And yeah, it might get you to that finish line faster. It might get you to the answers faster, but it's not going to get you the answers that you want, and you're not going to be chosen. So if you're trying to battle for love or a career in that kind of way, where if you think, oh, like, I give up, if the ball's in your court now, I'm just going to lie here and hope that somebody saves me, or, play the victim here and be the damsel in distress, wait for the prince, wait for the princess in shining armor. It's not going to happen. You'll be waiting quite a while, and you'll be saying, maybe they're not coming. But it's all because you're questioning whether the work that you've put in has been worth it. And it has. Success is here. Happiness is here. The full rainbow of harmony. There it is. Yeah, there's some dissatisfaction and weird stuff under this, but it's there. It's how you get there. It's how you get this Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, that gives you this 10. I mean, there's so much. I mean, you get the Ace and the 10, and when you get that, there's something that has you going through all the, like, you've been through all the levels here. You might be working through the levels of the cups this month, so don't be surprised to go through a huge range of emotions. We do have a lot going on astrologically, and I'm trying to keep these readings for this month shorter for my own sake and my own energy, because I'm about to, again, get surgery, and I need to keep my anxiety, my energy in a very balanced, good place right now. Otherwise, I flip out, and I'll make myself sick right before, and I don't want to do that. So, sorry to kind of bust through these readings and be a little bit more esoteric, be a little bit more palatable, rather than how I usually go deep and use a bunch of decks, but March needs to be palatable, and I don't think it's just me and just the fact that I've got something going on. I think that it's going to be a little bit more of a this is that, you're going to be able to kind of put things together in ways that we haven't been, especially by the end of the month. And this retrograde actually seeks to slow things down in a really good way so that you can learn and you can find your keys. I love the Hierophant in this deck because he's got those two keys there, and it's pointing right up. He's like, listen, and he's got 3 fingers up, mind, body, and soul is kind of how that feels to me, mind, body, spirit. But also says, listen to the higher self, listen to somebody that knows more, seek out more. And also, your higher self knows the answer. You have the experience, you have everything you need, the knowledge, but you're also working through it right now, and it might not seem as clear until you get to the end of it. And I do think you're getting to the end of it this month. I do think that you're getting to the end of a very weird and long-winded this. Knew something like this was going to come up. I was like, a card will describe the word for me. 5 of Cups. A lot of long-winded mourning about the things we couldn't have, what we couldn't be, and the way people didn't treat us. I don't know. We have some hang-ups there, and we need to let them go, because look at those 2 cups. They're right there, and you have to appreciate and have gratitude for what you do have and work for the things that you can get, because you have a lot more control than you've given yourself credit for. And where you're heading, and you know this, if you're willing to listen to your higher self, if you're willing to look at things in that more long-term, wise kind of way of things can't just happen the way that I would like them to all the time. The Hierophant says you have got to really, really look at this from that position of, this is going to teach me something in the long run. This is long-term type of stuff, long-term learning, almost like a college degree. You're earning your college degree and these emotions here. For some of you, it could be that you have been wondering whether putting all the effort into a degree is worth it. I do think it will be, but you have to put that type of mindset into that. If you're chasing things that aren't worth it and you're giving up on things that are, because you're getting tired and you're starting to question this and you're wondering why has the journey been so difficult, it's because the reward will also be amazing, worth it, equal. You're going to get back what you're owed, don't you damn worry. Things balance out, the truth, the justice. You have to continue to be responsible, though. You have to continue to put in that effort, and you can't lie down and say, this is on somebody else. I'm going to defer this to my next partner or my partner now, and I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm not going to keep trying. I'm not going to keep working. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You will have the energy, and if you really stop looking at things in that loss kind of mentality, because yeah, there are 2 5s here, but you also have 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Always get 2 10s in my readings. I don't know why. And we get 2 Aces too. So you got 2 5s, 2 Aces, and 2 10s. Let's take those 2 5s and move them to the 10s. You're moving on. And it's also the 10 of Cups. Don't worry about the loss, especially friendships, relationships, people, things that didn't work out. You know, especially people that kind of bring you down. If you focus on those things and you allow other people and your codependency and reliancy on them and their opinions, their work, whatever it might be, it's just, for me, it feels like codependency. And I don't mean that in relationships. I mean that in all sorts of ways. What are you depending on to define you? What are you depending on to make you feel whole and to keep you tethered where you are? What you're depending on is actually holding you back. And you're going to see, wow. You're going to see it. You'll see it. You'll get it. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. You'll feel it in your heart. You'll know it in your head. You'll hear the words and you'll know what to do. That song by, what is it, Animal Collective, Did You Hear the Words, comes to mind. I don't know why. But anyways, this is really, really nice, and things are balancing out, and they're going to be great, and it's going to be wonderful, and I don't really even want to say anything else, because I think that you need to work through this in terms of knowing your own self-worth, and that you're worth a lot more than just giving up and taking what you have been taking. It's time to stand up and go for what you know. It's time to make some big choices moving forward. Oh my God, you would not damn believe what just came out, guys. You would not believe it. And I didn't even pull this deck thinking that this card was going to come out. Usually I know, but like, I honestly forgot about this card. I don't see it that often. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. What are you addicted to? Maybe it's when things get tough in other areas of your life and you start to feel low about yourself in terms of work and your own self-worth, that you rely on your partner to build you back up. Not anymore. Not this month. I don't think they're going to be able to do that. And I think that you need to do this. Okay? You might be able to have a Taurus help you a little bit emotionally if you're with one, just because the Hierophant is here, but or maybe even a Libra to help you with some career stuff. But you can't depend on either of them. You have to depend solely on yourself this month. Let's pull a Lynn V. Andrews Power deck card. Oof, this one came right out, so I'm not going to ignore it. Force. Oof, I love this card. I don't think I've ever had this one pulled for a reading. Not on YouTube. Force lives in your will and comes from your intent. Life is a process of pulling back your bow, aiming your arrow, choosing a target, and shooting. The degree and quality of the force with which you choose your target and shoot determine your power and your success. Force is built through your integrity of purpose, your physical tuning, and your balance of spirit and mind. By naming your act of power, you create force. Follow your innermost passions in life. Empower your will and your strength of force by manifesting your secret dreams. All right, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you have a wonderful March. Leave me a comment. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Drop me some good karma via PayPal if you're feeling it. I appreciate all of your support, guys. I wish you nothing but the best this month. See you on Instagram. See you in the other monthlies. And I'll see you in my last weekly until I get back, okay? Thanks so much. Love you all. Namaste.